Shalom from Israel. It's night right now. We have breaking news. The Islamic regime in Iran, they fired about 10 ballistic missiles targeting Israelis, civilians. The attack mostly targeted the northern part of Israel. So this is right now breaking news. Now, why is this happening? What is going to happen? I'm going to try to explain to the best of what we know right now, but also make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel to never miss any update and report. But basically, here's the timeline. So I think it was last week, Israel was getting really angry with Hezbollah that continued, despite the fake ceasefire, to target Israeli towns in northern Israel, as well as Israeli soldiers. The number of falling Israeli soldiers due to the Hezbollah explosive drone issue is becoming a bigger and a bigger issue. Something that the Israeli army said that they cannot tolerate anymore. So then the peak of it all happened when Prime Minister Netanyahu and the defense minister, they issued a statement to the public, and they said, listen, we are planning a major attack on a major attack in the heart of Beirut, the Dakheh, the stronghold of Hezbollah. And they were basically planning this attack. And look, I think it was a foolish statement, because if you plan an attack, don't warn the enemy. Go ahead and strike. Don't wait for anything to surprise. So the element of surprise, it's biblical. But apparently they issued this statement. Maybe they hoped to be stopped, because then the call came. President Trump called them and forced them to basically stop this attack, and they had to stop. Allegedly, according to reports, Trump called Netanyahu right when they actually already sent the Israeli warplanes, so they had to come back. I don't know if that's true or not, but we are reaching today. So today, despite President Trump telling allegedly the government of Israel, you are not going to target Beirut, Israel did this. I think that this is something that Israel had to do. No country would tolerate coming under attack, sirens nonstop, and not doing anything about it. So Israel did what it had to do about it. After issuing this statements and all that, they struck in the heart of Beirut, in the Dakheh, Hezbollah. And because the Islamic regime in Iran, they have been trying for so long with the ceasefire talks with President Trump, the United States, via Pakistan, to tie the Lebanon front with their ceasefire. They try to condition any agreement with them based on the ceasefire with Lebanon. Israel was really not happy with these attempts, but they ended up succeeding. President Trump forced Israel to cease the fire, and after Israel struck Beirut today, Iran issued a statement, and they said, watch the skies of Israel tonight. So we sure did watch the skies of Israel tonight, and there were alarms, there were sirens, and the reports are still coming in. President Trump, first of all, said that he did not know about this planned Israeli attack, and the latest reports are saying that President Trump is going to phone Prime Minister Netanyahu and tell him that he is upset about this, and he's going to ask Prime Minister Netanyahu, ask force, who knows anymore, not to strike in Iran. Okay, so but first of all, I wonder, what do you guys think in the comment section? Let me know, should Israel retaliate and strike in Iran, or let it cool off? Because basically it fired 10 ballistic missiles. Again, a ballistic missile can be in the size of a school bus. Okay, this is not a joke. But thankfully we did not have any casualties. But because we have the advanced air defense systems, does not mean that we should not retaliate. These are the latest news on the Iranian attack on Israel. A lot of events in Israel were canceled. Quite frankly, a lot of Israelis are happy about these news, not because we got attacked, but because this is an actual opportunity to break this ceasefire. Again, you cannot cease fire with an enemy that wants to see your destruction. Okay, so many Israelis are hoping that perhaps this will be a window of opportunities to break the glass and to start and take action. And by taking action, it means to topple this regime, to make sure that the people of Iran get their freedom, if no one is willing to do that. So perhaps Israel would stand by the Iranian people as it did throughout these recent conflicts. Other countries decided to cave to the demands of the regime. Israel does not. And Trump is explaining his decision to have the ceasefire by saying that we have a chance to have peace in this region after 3,000 years. I sure do hope that we will see peace and that the conflict will not endure. However, I do have to say that you can make peace with people that want to make peace. And the people that want to make peace are the Iranian people. So we should have the Cyrus Accords with them. But when it comes to making peace with an Islamic regime whose entire existence surrounds our destruction, we can't really make peace with that. I think that the United States would also not make peace with a neighbor, with an enemy that would see the United States as its greatest enemy. Okay, and by the way, the regime, they're calling the United States the big Satan and Israel only the little Satan. So these are the latest reports as I'm reading them. Iran, by the way, closed its airspace. The Israel, it's not sure whether or not the Israeli airspace will be opened or not. So that can have some implications for those of you that try to catch a flight to Israel. But yeah, basically these are the latest reports. I hope that we will use this opportunity wisely to defend our interests and to make sure that this regime ceases to pose a threat. Okay, because we do see in all these warring reports that Iran is basically restoring and rebuilding the underground sites, the missile manufacturing, as well as the nuclear sites that were hit. So based on these reports, the February 28 elimination of Khamenei and these strikes, they could mean nothing if no further action is taken. So with that being said, I do wonder what are your comments. I don't know if this is going to be yet another sleepless night in Israel. We are prepared for anything. The Israeli people have been through a lot. We are ready for a lot as well. And I think that the government and Prime Minister Netanyahu, they have the bandwidth and the support from the public, left and right, I would say, to finish the job. So it's a very, it would be a very popular decision in Israel right now to continue and to not stop despite what our friends are saying or what the media is saying. We need to look after our interests. So make sure that you subscribe to not miss any of these updates, and I'll be sure to keep you posted.